Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we are actually going to dive right in to the morning miracle. Listen, if you have been following along, we're on chapter 2. We're going to be going through this for the next 10 days, and then we're going to start Atomic Habits. This next chapter is what I talk about often. It's the action step that you have to take to move and reach your goals, or go after your goals, or go after the things that you want. This is going to be incredible. We're going to dive right in. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? Number 1. Number 2, are you reading the book with us? So do you have the book physically at home, or are you just following along here, which is completely fine. So it's going to be so great. We're going to dive right into chapter 2. I just got done working out. Who does morning workouts? I have a question, actually. If you're reading the book with me, who is already implementing what he's talking about? So, are you implementing this, yes or no? And if you are not, you are about to, because we're diving into chapter 2, complete 100 action. This is what you need to know. Now, it depends on if you actually put the action behind it and do it. But that's what I talk about here on this page is you can watch lots of different keto pages or lots of different things to make your life better, right? Whatever your better is. And if you don't take the wisdom and knowledge and all of the things that you learn and put it into action, then it doesn't matter. So if you're ready, we're going to dive in. If you don't have the book, listen up, take notes. If you have the book, I hope you underlined all of this. This is what we're going to do. In order to go after whatever your goals are, most of you want fat loss, right? I'd love for you to share below, what goals are you going after this month? Maybe it's this year. I think a lot of people think they can think a year out and go, that is my goal. But we really need to focus on like today and tomorrow and what are the systems we're putting into place so that we can reach our goals long term. That's the power of what he's talking about. So what goals are you going after? Maybe you're just starting, or maybe you started in January. Maybe you're still going. Maybe you're restarting every single month. So this is the book that we're going through, chapter 2. Really, he started out with sharing a story about hitting rock bottom. He said, his growth started. You're either going to learn a lesson. Well, hold on. It was the growth he experienced and the lessons he's learned during the challenging times of his life. He said, he talks about hitting rock bottom, and there's a couple times in his life that he hit rock bottom. We're going to keep going. So there's stories I'm not going to read to you, but I'm going to read to you the action steps that you need to take if you want to be successful in anything, right? So right now, a majority of you are talking about fat loss. Why are we reading this book? Because it's going to help you with your fat loss. It's going to help you with your goals, but I need you to listen. I need you to listen, take notes, and put it into action. So he said the morning that turned his whole life around. One of his friends told him, and he says, I'm not a runner. A lot of you might say, I'm not a morning person. We're about to change that if you choose to. I can't make you do it. You can do it for yourself. You're going to have to make the decision to do it. So he said his friend told him when he was feeling anxious or worried or stressed, he said, go for a run. And Hal said, I'm not a runner. But at this point in his life, he was like, I'm desperate. I need a change. So he got up one morning and he went for a run. Doesn't mean it was a perfect run, a long run. He could have ran a block. The point is he took action and he did something. And I loved what he said. His friend said, I know you say you hate running and you're not a runner. What do you hate worse, running or your current life situation? That is so good. So my question to you is, what do you hate worse? We're going to talk about getting up early in the morning, earlier than you get up today, to get the things done in the morning to have success over your entire day. If you own your morning, you're going to own your day. So what do you hate worse? Do you think you'll hate getting up in the morning, or do you hate your current life situation? I'm not saying that you have a bad life, but it's really an either or, right? Oh, I hate getting up in the morning. I'm not a morning person. I don't want to do it. I don't want to work out in the morning. I don't want to. Well, then you don't want it bad enough, right? Most of you are like, I need some fat loss. I need some fat loss. I want to feel better. I want to feel healthier. I want to work out. I want to eat better. But if you're not willing to put in the action, then you don't feel bad enough. It's going to take feeling bad enough before you make the switch to doing something that might be hard, but will be worth it. 100%. So here's what he says. Your level of success will rarely exceed the level of your personal development, because success is something that you attract by the person you become. I had a friend message me yesterday and she circled this and she's like, what does this mean? Your level of success rarely exceeds your level of personal development. The level of success you're having in your life in any area will not succeed the level of personal development that you are personally doing on yourself. What does personal development look like? Reading, listening to podcasts, working out, moving your body, being grateful and thankful. You might be going, I'm so thankful, but are you mindfully thankful of the things you have in your life? So I love that little phrase. He says, we all want level 10 success in any area of our life, our health, our happiness, our finances, our relationships. But if our level of personal development, taking in knowledge, taking in wisdom, reading, being mindful in any given area are not at a level 10, then life is always going to be a struggle. I love this book. I love it. So he says, our inner world will always be a reflection of our outer world. What you see in what other people see in you is actually a reflection of our inner world. All right. So he ran straight home after he had this realization of like, oh my goodness, I know what I need to do. I need to develop myself so that inwardly I'm developed, so that outwardly I'm going to achieve my goals. So this is what he said. Our first challenge, here's your first action step if you're taking notes. If you're not taking notes, I need you to take mental notes, but I would encourage you to write this down. Sometime today, he said, all I need to do is find a time to prioritize self-development. A lot of you do it right now in the mornings. A lot of you are reading the book. That's self-development. You're doing it for you. A lot of you listen to me. I'm super grateful that I can share with you what I'm learning. That's self-development. So he said, your number one action step right now is I'm committed to prioritizing my personal development. I've got to find a time. So he went through for a little bit and he said, okay, I'm going to do it in the evenings. So he maps out like, would evenings work? He's like, yeah, I've got time in the evenings. And then he goes, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I just want to come home from work. If I wait till the evening, I might not do it. Then he goes, maybe I can do it in the afternoons. So some of you are already on here doing self-development. That's awesome. If you're brand new and you watch later in the day, my challenge to you is when can you squeeze in self-development to work on you, the inner you, so that the outward you is going to change. So you're going to have to prioritize this. Do the evenings work? I'm going to challenge you and say no. Do the afternoons work? It's easy to fill up our day to get to the end of the day and have no time. Is this making sense? And are you following along with the book? It's so good. This is the chapter of action. And then he said, okay. He goes, I'm not a morning person. I don't want to do it. I'm not a morning person. And then he said, you know what? I'm going to have to do it. It's the only time that if I get up early, although in his mindset, he was like, I'm not a morning person, I know I have the time to do it. So he said, by committing to my personal development in the morning, it would give me a positive motivational kickstart to my whole day. The first hour is the rudder of your day, bad or good. If you hit the snooze, if you wake up late, if you're crabby at your kids, if you have to run out the door, if you can't find your keys, if nothing's in place, if you don't have the systems in place, then guess what? What do you think the rest of your day is going to look like? But if you get up mindfully 1 hour, give yourself 1 hour in the morning for you time, it's going to set the course of your entire day. And so he's challenging you. If you want your life to be different, you have to be willing to do something different first. If you want fat loss and you've tried all of the things, right? And you've even had success in the past and now you have to try over again, you're going to have to do something different. And that might mean waking up in the morning, working on yourself so that you mindfully can make better decisions about your food, so that you mindfully are going to speak positive words over yourself. You're not going to give up. You're not going to get frustrated. You're going to keep going. It doesn't mean you won't have challenges, but when your mindset is right in the morning, you are going to go after your goals. You're going to make the better decisions. You're going to choose your best yes. And so he said, this is what I did. I got up in the morning. He committed to getting up in the morning 1 hour. So that your first action step is you might have to go, you're going to have to figure this out for yourself. So you might have to do what he did. You went through your evening. I don't know if that's going to work. Is there a time in the afternoon? All right. If I normally get up at 6 o'clock to get ready for work, then I'm going to have to get up at 5 o'clock. Do you think you can do it? And he already laid out everything you have to do. You don't have to think about it. You have to follow what this says. The wheel is already created. Don't recreate your wheel. Follow the action steps that somebody else has put together for you. So here's what you have to do. He says, I figured out, okay, I know I have to get up in the morning. That's your first decision. What do I do when I get up? What do I do? So he put a list of activities for you to do in the morning. He said you can meditate, affirmations, journal, visualization, read, and exercise. So he said, I've got 10 minutes. I'm going to give each of these things 10 minutes in the morning. Here's what this looks like, okay? So he broke it down into different steps. He says, if you can, number one, decide you're going to get up in the morning an hour before anything else happens. You're going to do something different to get different results. And then he said, all I did is I put 10-minute increments into this. He says, I sat in 10 minutes of silence, whether it's praying, meditating, focusing on your breath work. Like if you can just sit in peace in the morning for 10 minutes, this is my hardest one. I don't do this very often. Number 2, 10 minutes of reading. I think we think, oh, self-development, I'm going to have to do something for an hour, even praying or meditating. You guys, it's small little things that's going to shift the course of your day. It's small little pivots, right? So 10 minutes of silence, 10 minutes of reading, 10 minutes of affirmation. Do any of you have an I am statement? So like we did this really great with our girls for a while, and I've since slacked. My husband does it every day. I can hear him before I get up. He's like, I am. We do this with our company. We do this with our teams. I am. Who do you want to be? I am a supportive wife, an amazing mom, a strong athlete. I want to be. So maybe you don't know even what that looks like. A book that he encouraged you to grab is Think and Grow Rich. I actually have it over there. It's an incredible book. We should go through that in the fall. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I'm pretty sure there's affirmations in there. Maybe I'll do a live just on how to create affirmations or where to look for them. I'll do that. So he just talks about affirmations for 10 minutes, visualization for 10 minutes. He created a vision board. He just looks at it. You don't have to do all of these things in the morning. He's going to challenge you to do it. My encouragement to you is pick two or three things. Like I get up in the morning and work out. I can totally journal and I can read. If those 3 things are the things you work on, awesome. You can work on reading the book and going through the other things to add in. I think gratitude is super important. So maybe journaling the things you're thankful for every single day for 10 minutes. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Some people might be going, whoa, this is a huge shift. My question to you is, if all of the things that you've been doing aren't working and it's been years and you want different in your life, then you're going to have to make a shift, right? So he says journaling for 10 minutes, exercising for 10 minutes, 60 minutes of a personal development routine can change your entire life. So then he just talks about the people that joined him and how he just kind of created this movement. So chapter 2 is about action. Are you going to get up in the morning? He already walked you through why the evenings wouldn't work. You're going to be tired. Things easily come up. It's easy to make excuses. The afternoons get busy. So in order to shift your life, I would challenge you to get up 1 hour before you normally get up. Get up and grab your coffee. Go find a peaceful place to sit for 10 minutes. Be thankful. Get out a journal and just write down the things you're thankful for. Get out this book or a book you're reading and read for 10 minutes. Go for a walk. Move your body. Be mindful. You might be shocked at how incredible you feel and it will shift the course of your day. And so we are taking this one chapter at a time. A lot of you are reading ahead because you're sending me messages and you're like, this is incredible. All I want to say is it's taking the action and doing those things every single day that will make the shift. So I hope you're enjoying the book. Continue to tune into the page. If you're only here for keto tips and tricks, yesterday I did a video on summertime and different meals and picnic ideas and things that you can grab on the go to stay focused. So if that's what you're here for, go check out the live yesterday I did about 4 o'clock. Just go check out the last live that I did. I'm going to be doing this every morning. Our goal is to go through a book continuously to develop yourself, to go after your goals, to achieve your goals, to create systems, to create a lifestyle so that you never have to go back to the way that you were feeling. So I hope it's helpful. I love the book. I hope you have an incredible day. Continue to tune in. I'm always here to help. Message me with your questions, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.